Well, hey there, I'm Joshua Johnson. Honored to be with you on this Monday, December 6th. Here is some of what we're talking about tonight.
The Biden administration will not send any diplomatic or official representation to the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics.
That means not one U.S. government official will attend the Winter Olympics in China, but the U.S. athletes are indeed going. Why not a complete boycott like last time? We will explain and get your thoughts. The Omicron variant is spreading quickly, but it's not making people that sick, at least not so far. The latest on what we know about COVID and, just as important, how we know it. Plus, the Justice Department sues Texas for the second time in 2 months. We will tell you what these lawsuits have in common. And no one better to help with our very first show than best-selling author Brene Brown. Part one of our conversation about something she and I have in common. We love helping people connect. Oh my goodness, we are so thrilled that you are with us for our debut episode. We're just honored to be with you. This is a very different kind of program, as you can kind of tell from our look. And you play a big part in it because we're here to try to start conversations, especially about the big things happening in our world. Not just news per se, but ideas, insights, all those things that make you go, oh, I wish I had some folks to talk to about this. That's where we come in. Our correspondents and our experts will answer your questions about the news of the day. We will collect and curate your questions and especially your stories about how the headlines are playing out where you live. If you remember my work from NPR, you know exactly what we're doing here. And there's no excuse not to take part. We're about as easy to reach as it gets. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. We're at NBC Now Tonight. You can even leave us a voicemail, 888-575-2NBC. That's 888-575-2622. Email us nowtonight@nbcnews.com. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm at NBC Joshua. Also, we're on Facebook at NBC Now Tonight. That's also my username on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at NBC Joshua. We would love to hear from you. All right, let's begin our show tonight with something that's got the world talking, this Olympic boycott. The games are a big deal here at our world headquarters in New York. NBC airs them after all, but when those opening ceremonies begin, the U.S. will have athletes on the field, but no officials in the stands. Today, the White House announced a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Games. That means the athletes will indeed still be able to compete. We have much more from Brene tomorrow, but we're also hearing from you. Lisa in Florida wrote on Facebook, Brene Brown's work has changed everything for me. She was a contributing factor for me to pursue ordained ministry and buy my own business. I was able to transform my life and my family's life in all the best ways. Gifts of Imperfection taught me to be brave. That is a fabulous book by Brene Brown. Tomorrow we'll have part 2 of my conversation. She tells us how to deal with narcissists and what gives her hope that we will find ways back to each other. This conversation is the perfect way to start this series. It's a good introduction to who we are. I came to NBC News from public radio, most recently 3 years on NPR. I was the founding host of a live news talk show called 1A, based in Washington. I've spent years reporting from across America, talking to people from many walks of life, moderating tense discussions and heated debates from coast to coast, and I can tell you without hesitation, we are better at this than we think. Really, we are. It's not that we're no good at tough conversations. We just never get to see how good we can be. And we're at our best when people know that they're welcome and that treating them with decency is non-negotiable. Whoever you are, whatever you believe, wherever you are around the world, you are always welcome here. Your stories and your questions are always welcome here. Because it's not my job to tell you what to think. My job is to think about what you tell me. Hey, thanks for making time for us. Day 1 is done, but come on back tomorrow and please do bring a friend. Be sure to follow us online for the latest on upcoming guests and topics. We're at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at NBC Now Tonight, or leave us a voicemail, 888-575-2NBC. So until we meet again, I'm Joshua Johnson. Thanks for making time for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.